call the Russiaville Park and Tree Board July 1st meeting to order. First on the agenda is the minutes. Did everyone get a chance to read the minutes Janice sent out?
Yes.
Okay. Would anyone like to make a motion?
I make a motion, we accept the minutes
Okay.
as read.
And I'll second that motion.
Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion passes. Treasurer's report. Rick isn't here, so we don't have a treasurer's report today. I don't think anything's changed since last month anyway. Old business. Town Park. I don't know of anything, old business going on at Town Park. Does anyone have any?
I don't have anything. Eric, you know anything?
No, I
Nope.
don't know anything.
Okay. Community Center Park. Okay, one thing is the iron wheel sculpture needs the weed sprayed. The benches stained and more mulch, which we said the same thing last month, but the weather has not been cooperative at all. So hopefully this month we can get that done. And I've got the stain I bought and the brushes and things, so we just need to get some weather cooperating with us to do that. Okay? Yeah. Playground project. Okay. The DNR, had our original grant proposal, and then when it took extra long to come out with who received the grant, they said they were sure prices had changed, and so we needed to submit new pricing. And so we were working on that, and we thought we had that done, but we ran into a little snag. And the little snag was the lights. And we had a high quote for the lights, but then we were going to see if Duke Energy could donate some lights, and if it worked out an agreement with the town to pay for the electricity. So Duke Energy, we talked to them, we had a Zoom call with them, and they said they would get their engineer out to the community center park where the playground's going to be, and they would let us know what exactly we needed, how many poles. They thought probably 2 or 3, and they would get back to us with costs. That has been, how long? 3 weeks at least?
Yeah,
3
weeks.
3 or 4
Yes.
weeks. 3 weeks, but we have not yet heard from them. So we're waiting on them.
Yes, because it was the Wednesday after the town council meeting.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
been 3 weeks. So now what we're waiting on is, well, by July 1st, which is today, we had to have our new proposal all submitted to the DNR. But they were having a problem with the light poles, and so they said they went ahead and submitted to the National Park Service our original grant proposal. So with the understanding that when we do hear from Duke Energy, that we will get with them, and things are going to have to change, but right now that's what's happening. Does anyone have any questions on that?
What things will have to change? What do you mean?
Well, the costs and things.
Oh, the cost, okay.
Uh-huh.
So the work that we did, or that Rick and we sat here the other
Last meeting?
Yes.
All that time we spent?
Yes.
Don't use it. We're gonna use it.
We're not gonna maybe use that after we try to figure out.
We might use it after
what-
we get more information from
Okay.
Duke Energy about the polls.
Okay.
Yes, I'm not
Okay.
saying we're not going to use it,
Right,
but
because there was a lot of
yes,
time we spent.
yes.
I remember that was quite long, lengthy, that people were trying to figure out where to cut, where not to
Yes.
cut, and those things.
They're gonna go
So-
with their
Yeah.
original,
Yeah, okay, all right, okay,
Just for the
Right now.
sake of turning that into the
Yeah,
National Park Service.
right,
Mhm.
right.
And if they have any more questions, they will get back to us. If the National Park Service, which they probably will have more information they need, and then the DNR will get back to us, and then we'll provide that information and move on from there. Okay? Any questions? Any other questions?
I was trying to find what the Duke representative we talked to, I can't remember his name now, so I was trying to find that. I don't know if you remember it, okay. Got it.
Mike? I don't know, making that up. I don't
It
know.
was something Lee. Okay.
All right. All right, some things that, because that meeting last time went so long with trying to, redo the budget, we did not get some other items on the agenda talked about. And we probably won't get them talked about today because these are Rick's things and he isn't here. So I think that we will hold over the signage along 26, and basically it's just the fact that it's completed.
Looks very nice too,
It does look very nice.
very nice.
Tree giveaway and seed swap is completed. And tree planting on May 10th, 80 trees were planted, and that is completed. So all those things have been completed. We did talk about how we should notify the community about receiving the grant, and so Rick was going to post something on Facebook, and so we were kind of waiting until this got resolved, such as it was, and sent to the National Park Service. So I'm sure soon we will be sending something out to the community. Does anyone have any other ideas on how to notify the community about receiving the DNR grant?
Russiaville Chatter?
Yeah, we have 2 sites.
Russiaville Chatter?
And then the town of Russiaville.
Yeah.
There's 2 different things.
Those are both through,
Word spreads pretty fast.
through Facebook,
Yeah.
right? Isn't that right?
Yeah,
Erica,
both, yeah.
They're both,
Facebook
so
pages.
it would be one of them. I mean, I don't know where Rick put it, maybe on the Park and Tree Board one?
He hasn't done it yet.
He hasn't done it
Yeah,
yet,
right.
okay,
We're
okay,
holding
until,
off, yeah.
until, I
Right,
see,
right,
okay, I
yeah.
got you. I was thinking he had put something out there about we were moving forward with it, but okay, that's fine, yeah. But
What is
those
the
are-
other site besides Russiaville Chatter? I don't know what they
It's called.
I think it's called Town of Russiaville.
are. Town of Russiaville?
Yeah, maybe something.
Is that what?
Yeah.
I've seen them both.
Okay.
And they're both independent, right? Or are they part of Facebook?
Russiaville Community Chatter and Russiaville Chatter. That's
Okay,
what, 2 different,
okay.
Oh, Russiaville Community Chatter and Russiaville Chatter?
that's what I see.
Oh, that's right.
I don't,
You've
I
seen
mean, I
that?
have.
Have you seen this one?
Yeah, I mean, I follow both of them. I just wasn't sure what they were called, and I can look up because mine, I'm not really getting service.
There's
but,
the Russiaville
yeah.
Chatter.
um,
Let's go back to the other one.
we also
Town
have
of
the,
Russiaville. It's
like
different.
the
See, it's like
farmer's
a ballpark.
market. So we
That's a
could
good
Oh, yeah,
spread
that-
the word at the
farmer's
farmer's market.
Like, you mean like have a table or something there?
Maybe. Are we
Okay.
just trying to like let them know
Tell them, that group.
like it's
Maybe
we
they
got
got
that
some
grant,
flyers or
or-
something and just,
We still have some flyers left from our fundraising.
yeah.
Tell something about it. Okay.
Did you see that picture of that one? And then that's the new sign, and then this one here. That's the new sign, and we got that one there.
Oh,
Two
okay.
different-
okay.
2 different ones.
Okay.
I usually, that one's the one I.
Oh,
I
this
don't-
one
I-
here?
Yeah,
Mhm.
but I don't think, I just didn't even know that other one was out there, so,
Yeah.
something different, so, yeah.
Okay. All right.
You had Russiaville Chatter and Russiaville Community Chatter, right?
Yeah.
Anything else about that? Okay. The other day, when we were talking to Dave Keyser, he suggested we go back and ask the Community Foundation if they would like to, or if they were able to donate some more toward our project. So Jana and I met with Emerald, and she took some of our information, our updated information, and she set up with us to interview with the committee. It was quite a large committee. And we did that. And we have not gotten any official word, have we, Jana?
Not official.
Yeah.
What was
But,
your gut feeling? Comfortable? Okay? It was hard. It was
Yeah, I think
not.
they mentioned that one gentleman, I don't know his name, said that $100,000 was really over the top to what they usually do.
More than they
So
to a project like
they
this.
feel like it's kind of like the same thing with Solidarity did. They kind of like that
Kind of maxed.
we maxed out
Mhm.
almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of so
I think not.
I think not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. But, we're so very grateful because, the money they gave us was really got the ball rolling
Yeah.
for
Oh,
us.
yeah.
And,
Oh, yeah.
Right.
and so grateful for them and understand completely.
And they
that
still
they
were very
can.
supportive.
Oh,
of
yes.
that.
Yeah.
I feel like in the future we probably
Yeah.
could go back up.
Yeah.
So,
Well, thank you for trying, going up
Yes.
there, and who knows, it might be go to work through, but
well, we
Well,
had
thank you
to
for doing
try.
that.
Had
yeah.
to try.
We
yeah.
had,
Thank
we
you.
had to try,
Yeah.
but, okay. Okay, any other old business? No? Okay. New business. I've been noticing that there's a lot of young people, I'd say it looks like maybe middle school, maybe freshmen in high school, a lot of young people hanging out at the town park. And I was wondering if there were any activities or programs we could kind of initiate for them, anything we could do once in a while, not on a regular basis, but, I know that they've tried to do some things with the library and get the kids involved. And I know that today Main Street Christian had a game day.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
I
I
was-
tried to pull that up
I
to
was
see what
gonna
those
say,
dates were.
yeah,
they have.
is
It.
he
They have a
having that-
flyer, they have a flyer
I
over
think they're
there.
doing it like once a week.
Is it once a week?
Yeah.
Because I saw that today too. I
Yeah.
thought
Yeah,
that was
Every,
a great
every
idea.
Tuesday, I think.
Tuesdays from 1 to 4.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's
Yes.
great.
Yeah.
I do too. I think that's great.
Mhm.
I don't know if there's anything that anyone could think of that we could do. I mean, it's been so hot. I mean, even if we passed out popsicles or ice cream or had some kind of a tournament.
Last week, when we had the league tourney going on down there at the ballpark, the fire department came out and had training, and the boys were so hot, and I'm like, go out there and get sprayed. And then there was tons of kids out there behind the building and getting some of the spray and stuff. And I wonder if we could just do that like another day, and Kokomo fire departments have those days set up where they meet in the park and
Yeah.
they do
Yeah.
a water spray thing for.
Sometimes when they
the
have the
kids.
the soccer tournaments, or not tournaments, but programs,
Mhm.
they bring the fire department out, they have, spray them and stuff, so, yeah, that's a good idea. I mean,
Yeah.
if we can,
Call
if they do it
Brandon
for
and
them,
see if we can get
Yeah.
something
if they,
set up.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good
Just
idea.
because one day down here, because the next few days are supposed to be hot.
What time do you
Yeah.
see all the kids mostly, what hours?
Would you say afternoons, Jill?
I would say afternoon, maybe early evening too.
Like now?
Probably, especially now that baseball is winding down.
Mhm.
I know my young one and his group, they like run from the time they get out of bed in the morning, so all day. But I'm sure,
Yeah.
definitely more even in the evening too.
And then also, maybe we should, I don't know what we could do, but maybe we could reach out to Main Street and ask if we could help with the popsicles or snacks that because it said they're providing snacks.
Mhm.
They might need some community help to help that.
They might be able to increase it.
Uh-huh.
Donation-wise, as far as helping them out financially or
Well,
providing popsicles.
Like, well, if
Either
our
way.
group got, either
Maybe
way,
even
but,
like-
either way, if we could just,
Yeah.
Or
'cause
they might even need manpower to help like supervise, so if we could do that.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really cool if we could use the interurban station as some type of like community teen center or something,
Mm-hmm.
kids a youth center
Mm-hmm.
and host something there sometimes.
that building, is that
Yeah.
building finished? I don't even know.
I don't think it
I,
is.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
think
think
so,
it's-
but I
yeah.
think it's like usable, but it's not
Yeah.
finished like they're
Okay.
wanting
can't
it to
remember
be.
I've
Why?
never looked in it,
I think they
lately.
said they
It's
have a
been
restroom
years.
facility.
Yeah.
That's a kitchen facility and a restroom facility.
I mean, I had a little guy interested, and he said, "I really like to see inside that place."
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think they're. I mean, it needs to. He'll be a 7th grader next year, and it's not Jack, but it's another little guy was talking, and there are kids that.
They're
know
very
that's part of our,
curious.
yeah, they know it's part of our
Yeah.
community. And they're like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we could do a picnic day or something down there.
That would be good.
Yeah.
That would be nice. It just sits there unused right now.
Yeah.
I think if we did some kind of a tournament or game or something they could play, I know. What is that thing that the Eagle Scout put in? What is that called?
Oh,
Gaga
bocce,
pit?
a Gaga
Gaga
pit,
pit.
yeah.
Gaga bit, yeah.
Okay, I don't know how to, I mean, I'm sure there's kids who know how to play it. Of course, there's a basketball. They could do some kind of a,
I wonder if there's enough yard. I'd have to. I don't know off the top of my head looking at it how much yard space is there. But even if we did like a cornhole tournament down there or something,
You mean over back here? At
over
this
at
part?
the interurban station.
Oh,
You would be able to do it, I think, to the east, because it's all flat.
That's what I was thinking. I just wasn't sure
and
how.
grass. I mean, it's just pure grass from there to
Right
the-
on 26.
but you could set it back some because it goes back to the railroad
The
there.
tracks.
Yeah, and the tracks they kind of go at an angle. So there's some pretty good room there.
but
and
people
behind.
who live on this side would have to cross 26. Kids would have to cross 26.
Yeah.
That's true.
And the other thing is,
I mean, there's a lot of kids that live on that side of 26, and even if we like had a time for it, maybe we had a couple of volunteers set up at the corner to help kids cross.
We
or
can have a
something.
crosswalk. We can have a
patrol,
crossing
yeah, have crossing guards, yeah.
at that particular time.
And I think a
Yeah.
lot of kids too that are about that age of playing cornhole and stuff are pretty good at like learning to go here to the intersection and stop and wait for traffic.
Well,
I
we
know
could,
Jacob's been excited about the sidewalk, so now he can finally ride his bike all the way to
Yeah.
Papa's house.
Yep.
So that was very exciting for him.
Yeah. Well, I thought Culver's has always been really good.
yes, and
About-
I still have some Culver balls.
I do too. We got a kickball, and a basketball.
Yeah, I don't really know what I just saw them, so I don't remember, but there are some balls.
Yeah. They need inflated now because they're like a couple years old, but.
So we do have those so we could give away.
Well, and then I could hit Culver's up again and see if are we going to set a date to try to do this by, or
We could. And I don't. What do you think? A weekday, I think, would be better than a weekend.
Yeah.
Yes.
And perhaps we could. I mean, Tuesdays aren't too good for us to do it on, at least the first 3 Tuesdays. Because we got town council meeting on the second Tuesday and we have school board on the third Tuesday. And our meeting the first Tuesday. So, I mean, maybe on a Wednesday evening. Maybe if we could get kids to, if we could advertise attorney and have kids sign up for a team, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we did it like the 16th would give us 2 weeks from tomorrow, or the 23rd would give us 3 weeks.
July 16th.
Mm-hmm.
And time frame is what?
I think we'd probably be better off on the 23rd.
yeah, because
I won't be
third time.
available the 16th, but
I'll try
Okay.
to get.
you can.
All right.
I'll try to get more. Hit some more places.
We need more
for the-
time, especially get the word out.
Especially if we do a tournament, we'll need gift or
Prizes.
Yeah.
prizes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe I could.
Is the 23rd too soon? Would the 30th be
30th?
better?
I'm gonna be gone that week,
30th.
Okay.
and then
You're going to be gone?
yeah, we always have vacation that week.
Okay, and then in August school starts. So
Right.
I think July 23rd probably sounds the best.
Okay.
Okay.
Wednesday. At some, what are we calling this? Fun at the. What is it? Going to be down there? You're still having it at the in urban or down here or?
I would rather have it here personally.
Well, we have one thing. If we have it here, I mean, we have the pavilion, we have tables, we have shade, we have water hookup.
Yeah.
Let's talk with the lodge and make sure they don't have anything going on because we'll probably need that parking lot and then to set up cornhole boards.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay.
Can you check on that?
Yeah, send a text real quick.
So now forget that, it's gonna be something at the park. So what would we,
Um,
And we're
I'm
gearing
gonna have
it
to-
toward youth, right?
we can think
Yes.
about it, don't have to do
Okay,
it right
so
now,
like
but,
youth night in the park or something.
Well, we kinda do.
well, yeah, I mean,
Really?
we're not gonna get together again, are we?
Yeah, right. So we kinda, get as much covered as
Okay,
we
Sharon,
can.
use your imagination here.
I'm trying. I'm at a loss right now. I'm working on it though.
okay.
Well, we're gonna have water, we're gonna, and if they get hot, we can always spray them, whatever, we can do that, and you're gonna have cornhole tournament,
Yeah,
is
we
that
can
what
do
you're
that.
thinking?
I can gather.
Or what
I
we
know
do?
at least 3, if not 4, like good cornhole board
Cornhole,
sets
good,
that I
good,
can get.
Okay.
Okay.
I have one that's at the lake, but I can bring it home.
Okay.
Are we,
There's a few of us that have.
I know you're doing games and
Good
prizes,
boards.
stuff like that, are you doing food or snacks, or we're having popcorn, are we having hot dogs, are we having just
Well, what's our,
ice cream, I mean,
what's in our budget?
Yeah, yeah.
do we have, a-
Yeah, yeah.
Let
That's
me
what
look up and
Probably
see.
have some money for this.
Yeah.
oh, we
Won't
can
be
just
that
have,
much money
we could just have
if we get
cold stuff, I
gifts
mean, like
given.
popsicles, or those ice pops, or,
Yeah, or we could
Something
have,
like
we
that.
could have hot dogs and then popsicles or ice cream too. I mean, 'cause a tourney could last a while.
When does,
Yeah.
how about,
Especially with young kids that aren't
Yes.
is the
great
baseball,
at it, it could take a long time.
is the baseball gonna be finished?
Baseball is finished.
It is finished, okay.
so
I
Have
will
you set-
talk.
you've set up the tournament before?
I participated in setting one up, but I mean, I haven't actually set one up. But I can help. I mean, I
Okay.
can do whatever.
Okay.
I wonder, I can get a hold of the lady that runs the concessions at the ballpark and see if they have stuff left over
Oh,
and what
great
she's planning on
idea.
doing with that. I'll get a hold of Beth tonight.
That's a good idea, yeah, because they usually sell that at,
If she's selling it all, yeah, whatever
Yeah.
she's planning on doing with it,
Yeah.
I'll talk to Beth tonight.
yeah.
Do we have like an age limit? Is it, or is this for, you know?
That's why I was thinking maybe if we break the tournament down in
Into age groups.
that, to age groups, so that we don't have,
Um,
I don't wanna make it too young, because then if everybody doesn't win a prize, they're
You
gonna
want
get
this for
all-
like teens, cause the
Right.
teens are the ones that are bored, or, you know, we do a lot for them, then, you know, a lot of time they don't.
I think maybe we should see, like, I mean, because I know, like, Jacob's 10 and he's been playing cornhole for a couple of years. So even the younger kids do kind of enjoy
Right.
it too. So
We
maybe
could
we
do
can see,
age
see
groups.
who signs up, like how many teams we get signed up, and then
break them down into
break
age
them down
groups.
to age
Yeah.
groups.
But
or
I'm
something
I'm
at
talking
that
about
point.
advertisement.
Yes, I understand what you're saying, and I
We
agree.
need that
Okay.
first.
They need to know.
Yeah, we
Maybe
need to, what we're
Sarah
gonna
should
do, what we're gonna eat, advertisement, age, and stuff like that
So we
first.
start fourth grade through sixth grade is one bracket, and then seventh grade through ninth grade's another bracket.
You wanna start with fourth grade up?
Well, fourth grade to sixth grade.
And then we could have something different for the smaller kids. I mean, if there's smaller kids that show up, we could maybe do,
Is this for teens?
I mean, I think it's going to be kind of hard because if you only have, like, you know what I mean? If you don't have enough teams to set up, like,
Yeah.
in
Oh,
that
like
age
saying in
group.
that fourth
Say
to
if I
sixth.
say
Yeah.
you only in that
Yeah.
4 to 6, you only
Mhm.
have like 1 or 2 teams sign up.
Right.
So I think maybe just kind of
Mix
Between
them up.
fourth grade and
Teenagers?
we can
Are
do
we
like
doing
an
a team?
intermediate school and then like a middle school and then like a high school. I mean, I don't know how many you'd still get intermediate, but I mean, Jake's been playing since second
Does
grade.
anybody
There's a lot
know
of
how
that
many
play.
kids participated in the Bible school, the community Bible school? Did anybody get numbers on that?
Yeah.
That would tell you
We
right
could
there
ask
how many
Ned.
kids,
I don't
about
know.
how would,
I'm not
show
sure how
up.
that went this
Yeah.
year, I don't know.
either.
Okay, so we're talking
kind
about
of vague.
maybe just have one, just ages
I'd just say fourth grade through
12.
12 and see who signs up. That way, because otherwise you're
Yeah.
not gonna know.
we don't
I
want any little kids here, tots, to
No,
worry
No,
about.
No,
no. If somebody brings their little ones, that's different. I
Yeah.
mean,
yeah,
but we don't want them.
Okay, that sounds good.
don't want a
I
baby.
don't know.
yeah.
I just can't imagine a fourth grader, a senior wanting to play a fourth grade.
No, I mean, you would
No,
have
but
to have,
you'd be in teams, so I mean,
yeah,
Yeah.
Well, we could break the teams up, like, we just need to see how many kids we're gonna have
Okay.
interested.
Okay,
Right, we
And
could
then-
have.
I see.
that's-
Then
Then break it up.
Then
yes.
break it up, because
Yeah.
we don't know that right now, you know,
Okay.
we don't know if the older ones will
Like
come,
this-
it may be more
Two
than.
separate,
It
two
could
separate
be.
age
We could
tournament
maybe
wins.
have,
Maybe.
no,
It
yeah.
could be
On
just
the
the
sign-up
youngers.
sheet.
Yeah.
We may get down to it and
Race.
nobody
So,
like under the
are
age
you gonna
of
put those like at
14
Odell's?
sign up or something, you know?
We might have to be, oh, we're too old.
Yeah.
Oh
We
darn.
could have a senior
Um,
one.
Or out here on the pavilion,
or here,
or here.
I mean, we can think on that. We can think on that. Is there any other discussion on this before we close our meeting? Any other new business?
No, not that I know of.
I mean, I guess just kind of like what everybody's job is going to be, since we're not really going to meet again before this
Right,
event now.
right,
Okay,
right.
so Erica, you're going to call,
About boards, gathering boards and concessions.
and who's going to find out how a tourney actually works?
How what?
How the tourney works?
Oh, I can get a set of like the official rules.
Okay.
Oh, you know Linda Ronk, she comes to the,
Yeah. no, no.
they've had one for 50 years at their
Oh,
tournament.
really?
So she would be a good one to get
Okay.
Talk to,
information.
yeah, get her
Yeah.
involved, yeah.
Okay.
She'd be a really
Yeah.
good one. I think she kind of runs it. Maybe we could even get her to come and help, because she's always pretty
Right,
interested in
Yeah,
helping,
yeah.
so.
all right.
I was saying, I know, what is his name? He lives right next door to my parents' house, between my parents and the Dukes. It'll come to me in the middle of the night, but they always host one every year for like the football team and stuff like that. We always went out there and
Here in town?
over on 320. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
they always host one every football season.
Well, we got people to ask, that's a good thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Teddy Landrum?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I know Teddy would know. Okay, and then, who would like to be in charge of advertising this? Putting it out there?
I'll do that.
And I'll help
I-
you, Gina.
I think,
Jenny,
like I said,
Jenny.
word of mouth, our advertisement for everything around here is terrible.
Word of mouth. It's word of mouth.
I
Which is
think it is.
crazy to me in this small town because
know.
come on.
But
it's
if we,
gossip,
but
though,
if we
it's
put it
gonna
on
spread.
the chatter sites
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
At the
and,
library,
at the
We-
library,
yeah.
chatter
Jana,
sites.
can you make up like like flyers, like a flyer, and then we
Maybe
can.
make it put on the board, we could have flyers and sign-up
Yeah.
sheets.
What day is the farmers market this month?
Megan, do you know when the farmer's market is this month?
I
my
always miss it, so I never know. We're never home.
That'd
Okay.
be perfect.
Okay, so that's like a week
Yeah.
before, so we can put it out there too.
Yeah.
And
It's about 10 days before, that'll work.
yeah.
how did the market go? Usually rains, I mean,
It did rain before the farmer's market last time. Okay, do we,
Yeah.
okay, anything else? Alright,
think
would, yeah, would anyone, like to make a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second.
Well, there you
All
go.
in favor?
Aye.
Bye.
Meeting is adjourned.